The video game industry has produced countless narratives over the years, some profoundly impactful and others merely entertaining. However, few stories resonate with players quite like that of the Legacy of Kain series, particularly in the concluding entry, Defiance. Released in 2003 for multiple platforms, Defiance brought a complex narrative to a heartbreaking finale, leaving players with a mix of sorrow, reflection, and nostalgia. Here's why the ending of Legacy of Kain Defiance strikes such an emotional chord. At the heart of Defiance lies an intricate story about destiny, sacrifice, and the nature of good versus evil. Players take on the roles of Kain, the morally ambiguous vampire antihero, and Raziel, the tragic soul seeking vengeance. Throughout the series, the themes of fate and redemption have been intertwined, culminating in a narrative that constantly tests the characters' beliefs and motivations. The conclusion of Defiance exemplifies these themes beautifully, as both protagonists confront their destinies, leading to self realization and ultimately tragedy. One of the most poignant aspects of Defiance is the sacrifice that Kain and Raziel are forced to make for the sake of their world, Nosgoth. As the story unfolds, it becomes apparent that each character bears the weight of their choices, grappling with the repercussions of their actions. The ending reinforces this idea. Kain realizes that his power, which was once a means to dominate, comes with an inherent cost of those he loves. The emotional toll of sacrifice resonates deeply with players as they see how their journey has shaped not only the characters, but also the world around them. The relationship between Kain and Raziel is one of the series' most compelling elements. As the story progresses, players witness the evolution of their bond, from master and servant to reluctant allies bound by fate. The ending further complicates this connection as both characters are forced to confront the brutal reality of their existence. The bittersweet acknowledgement of their intertwined destinies makes the finale even more heart-wrenching. What could have been a celebration of victory instead becomes a lamentation for lost possibilities, leaving players with a sense of melancholy.
It was then I knew what I had to do. I alone could end this.
Kain, do you so enjoy death?
Yes. Raziel. No!
Yes, this is how...
No! Raziel!
The Soul Reaver, pure of all corruption. This is what it is for. This is what I am for. The two become one, both Soul Reavers together, and the scion of balance is healed. And I am not your enemy, not your destroyer. I am, as before, your right hand, your sword.
No, Raziel. This can't be the way.
And now you will see the true enemy.
Raziel.
Another feature that amplifies the emotional impact of Defiance's ending is its open-ended conclusion. Rather than providing a neat resolution, the narrative leaves players with lingering questions about the fate of Nosgoth and the characters involved. This ambiguity invites players to contemplate the future of Kain and Raziel, fostering a connection that transcends the confines of the game. The idea that their struggles and sacrifices may have been in vain is a gut-wrenching contemplation that resonates long after the credits roll. For many players, Legacy of Kain is a beloved franchise steeped in nostalgia. The emotional weight of Defiance is compounded by the years invested in the characters and their stories. As players reach the conclusion of Defiance, they are hit with a flood of memories, a mixture of triumphs in battle interspersed with moments of despair, heartache, and transformation. The culmination of Cain and Raziel's saga feels like the closing chapter of a cherished book, evoking a deeply personal response that speaks to the significance of storytelling in video games. The ending of Legacy of Kain Defiance is not simply a story resolution, it is a masterclass in emotional storytelling. It captures the essence of sacrifice, destiny, and the bittersweet nature of existence. By weaving together the fates of Cain and Raziel, the game leaves players with a profound sense of loss, nostalgia, and contemplation. In a world where many narratives tend to conclude with clear resolutions, Defiance opts for an emotional complexity that lingers long after the last scene, reminding us that sometimes the most impactful stories are those that resonate deeply within our hearts.
On that inevitable day, your wretched, stagnant soul will finally be mine.
In the meantime, you'd best burrow deep. Now at last, the masks had fallen away. The strings of the puppets had become visible, and the hands of the Prime Mover exposed. Most ironic of all was the last gift that Raziel had given me. More powerful than the sword that now held his soul, more acute even than the vision his sacrifice had accorded me. The first bitter taste of that terrible illusion.